Oxford, Mississippi.
10% of that offensive production, that's 16th in the league.
Respect for each other, and two teams that have high expectations this basketball. Padula, not gun shy on the three, and sinks the first jumper of the season. Just 18 years of age. Pass inside, that's Ivasic. Turnaround jumper is good at the name. One of the all-time leading scorers in Ole Miss history, Sean Padula, as we mentioned, will be a factor, and so will that guy, Jalen Juice.
Nice at practice, wasn't he?
Got me wired, too. Everybody's got their game face on today, and the shooting continues to sizzle.
This is trying to play the way that Illinois played a year ago.
And then a foul, an ill-advised foul on Dre Davis, fouling the jump. 18 years of age, and sometimes it's hard. You almost got to pick up the cell phone, call national basketball. They expect him to be an impact player right away.
And he
not a typical 18-year-old body, and you see the silky smooth release from the free throw line. It's back. Morrell on a cut. A pull-up jumper is good. Matthew Morrell has always been one of the...
They didn't force a lot of turnovers last year.
KJ, little Euro step, and then off the glass. Little fade and fire, and that bucket rattles in from Dia.
Tournaments, including that wonderful run to the Elite Eight last year before running into UConn.
You and I go to Illinois.
But if you didn't know better, you would swear that that possession was Illinois a year ago.
3-on-1, and it's an alley-oop. Padula to break.
He picked Ole Miss because they were old, and he wanted his team to go through some adversity. Well, here's some early adversity.
He certainly has skills for a big man.
And an older freshman at 21 years old.
Straight on three, rattled home by Malik Dia. It's a triple team. Forces the White turnover, another alley-oop to Breakfield. Both Thunders at home. Now Kuchonis inside White. Step back and fires, no good, and the smallest. Air ball by Padula. Now Illinois on the push. All the way, and contact drawn by Kerry Booth. He'll go during his coaching career. And you mentioned the overall rebound.
Be active rebounders. And one of the things on that checklist was different combinations. Illinois has gone to a
transfer from UNC Greensboro. He'll give him a little bulk at 6'8", 225. KJ on the three, kicks off the ice. The shot was Hummerkaus. This Illinois team, speaking of good defense, they always defend well under Brad Underfence with 4 new starters. Murray, little floater off the mark, best combinations early.
Well, again, that's the reason why they're here, to kind of work on those things. I think there will be a lot more concerned about other things today. Mismatch.
House in the house, and there to take a catch up with this veteran crew. It's the same as it always seems to be. Try to clean up that physical play as Morrell knocks down another dude.
His game, in more ways than scoring, but the mid-range would be part of that equation, like throwing strikes. You're not going to be effective offensively if you can't find the strike zone.
In the top 3 of that very talented conference. That time the alley-oop was right in traffic, the 7-1.
He didn't like the way it ended.
That's going to be a foul. Morrell got bumped. You got to let him.
And we talked to Chris Beard about what does he need to do better, and he.
The way the question was formulated, we've watched Matthew Morrell be when the NBA analyzed his overall athleticism, it was off the charts good. And
I don't think he's going to have any problem transitioning from the deepness of the three-point arc. Well, there's a good finish inside by Ivasic.
The other word that always seems to come up with Matthew Morrell, and Coach Beard reiterated it last night at practice, he's got to be consistent. Nice move. And
I was surprised at how many times he started a drive 20 feet out and was still able to finish just like that last possession. Analytics would not like that shot.
No. And these two coaches know analytics. 3-ball off.
For a guy that size. That's a great throwback.
A wide open 3. Dia rips the nets for 3 more. Into the defender that time. Turnover, 2-on-1. Dia takes it strong and will draw the foul on Davis. Vanderbilt, he didn't get too much action there. He was not ready for the SEC.
Never like guys backing off the free throw line.
3 ball from the corner is true. That's Gibbs Lawhorn giving quality. Davis up top. Power drive left side, missed it. Quick hands. Shot clock under 10, now down to 5. Deep three is buried. Into the corner for a 3. Off the front iron, rebound Ivasic, and he's fouled. Cipher, what is a meaningful stat versus minutia? I thought Brad Underwood gave us a great one last night, and we haven't seen enough of it from Illinois. Lindsey and Short, that is an all-star crew. Shot clock down to 6, wheeling and dealing, missing off. Brakefield, he can
make
hit that,
yes,
and he
can.
does. A stacked SEC.
Well, you might be 9th in the league, and you probably are 30th in the country. So to your point,
Out of the question, I mean, 8 last year, and you add Texas and Oklahoma this season, and there's not any pundit. Illinois trying to find a flow on offense. Inside, jump hook shot is good. That's Humrickhouse, and have tipped it for the Purple Aces. Good take, and a better finish by Brakefield.
Pressure by Ole Miss.
Morrell got a little too aggressive right on the shot by Riley. Great question. Kind of somebody that's meant a lot in his past.
Yeah, his unsung champion, if you will. And Chris Beard gave him the opportunities, the chances. Now he's taking advantage of that, but he was quick to point out that he wouldn't be here today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bowl with the rebound, and that's a young man. It's by the Rebels in this first half. Riley lost it out of bounds, but it will be Illinois back.
Everybody's watching the guy with the ball.
Tough pass inside. 3 seconds left. 46 points was the high mark in the first half last year for Ole Miss. They did it against Cal. Padula backing in. They love his toughness, his physical grit. They will not love the air ball. Lithuania. Nice passing inside and a foul drawn on the pump fake. That's Merez Johnson.
Unless you include turnovers. Because you can't get an assist if...
But he was a great assist to turnover man. Speaking of turnovers, Illinois turns it over again, and a nifty.
Started the season 29-0. They did not lose a game until the last regular season game of the year at Ohio State.
No fours. This is a program in Illinois with such great tradition. There's a steal, and that's going to be an ease. Back 3 is blocked. Boy, the defense now is stifling for Illinois. Stop and go dribble, and a foul drawn on Morrell.
I know, I just said nice call. The season hasn't started yet.
Offensive rebound, Ivasic. Step in 3. Got it. Nothing but net by Yakuchonis. And now a timeout. Brakefield left it short. Got it back. Pinned by Ivasic. Those long 7'1" in that time. Jimmy Dykes and the gang on the call of that one. But what this does is a challenging game than most of the games you'll see in the non-conference schedule.
Right. Driving angle, which eventually got Ivasic to the free throw line.
So John Sundold and I had, and they will, and the shot will be blocked out of bounds.
Now there's no reason to try.
Heave, and that's how the half will come to a close. That last play did not make Brad Underwood very happy. Almost a steal that time by Barnes. Great ball movement, sets up an open 3. They're just not dropping right now for Illinois. Some good looks here. Up top, 3 ball, got it! Rattled home by Brown Jones. Yakuchonis, that's going to go down as another turnover. Morrell, strong take. 3 ball, buried by Gibbs Law.
7 minutes a game in the Big Ten and NCAA tournaments.
Pull up from 15, left short. Overall draft picks the last few years, as well as top 100 recruits. You talk to coaches how this league has come forward. They're going to believe.
I look as good as I've ever looked on air.
You have. If we could just put a big orange sweatshirt in front of you. Third base thinking they hit a triple. They had to work those kind of jobs. Right.
But Ole Miss has not. Chris Beard is trying to take Ole Miss into the postseason the way Brad Underwood.
The point on Ole Miss, it's analogous to the many great football programs in this league that decided a while back. We are
already today with 16 giveaways.
6 in this half. There's Riley, and they hope to see a lot of that. Boswell with a crossover. Kick out, Riley again. Riley with another.
See, I think Riley.
Beard was preaching yesterday in practice. One of them was no one-pass three-pointers. You just saw one given up, and then deep.
For Illinois has found a little punch in their game.
Brakefield, just a little bully. Be an exciting brand of basketball. Not going to be as many McDonald's All-Americans, but boy, are they going to be a lot of fun to watch this year.
Beard, I need a couple of weeks. When the transfer portal, there's no such thing as a couple of weeks. Everything is happening now.
Wild shot missed there to clean it up is Davis. He's on the push. Davis takes it in the trees and then throws it almost a walk. Bodies everywhere, and Ole Miss cleans it up. Numbers the other way. Morrell on the finish. Certainly doesn't lack confidence, but he could use a little more results in this game. White, fade and fire. Got it. Morrell on the wing. And tried to whip it to Murray, but a little too much hot sauce on that delivery. Boswell last year was at Arizona. Illinois. Strong take, no good. And
that's twice now I've praised officials. It must be October.
Yeah, you're certainly not going to get any payback for that.
Mike, don't you feel like Ole Miss has had a much easier time running their offense than has Illinois?
Knew was going to be addressed by Coach Beard and company, and so far today they have been stifling.
To remind Sean, we won that game.
We won that game, but you're with us now, and you're going to help us win. Under 7 minutes remaining here at the Pavilion. Brakefield set up the hook. Guarded here by Brakefield. A little one-on-one action. Yakachonis trying to shake him. Oh, drops off a beautiful dime. And an and one. Johnson, Illinois. He is in mid-season form. Another slam for Merez Johnson. Padula, beautiful feed, stopped on a dime and set up Malik Dia. Davis, and the long arms of Dia forces the turnover. Morrell ahead of the pack, lays it in.
Can you play your best when the lights are on, when you're tired?
Right.
And you only get that. Right.
Others, if we're being honest, will be games that you know you could not play your A or B game. And off the curl.
Yes,
and a
sir.
Three. They really like what Eduardo have a cell phone. What's this booth you speak of?
See too many dribbles without going anywhere.
And collectively
get on the deck.
Little push foul that time. That was us. Open three from the corner. Not a bad look at all, but out of bounds to Ole Miss.
And he stood next to Micah Hanlogden, who's 7'1", and he just kind of towered over him.
The 7-2 ball.
And the physicality has really bothered Yakachonis.
Murray to Bowl, 7-footer on 7-footer. Little jab step. Instead takes it strong, high off the window, and it'll be out of bounds.
Conference schedule.
Can't get enough of those type of games. Excited for the SEC ACC matchup. There's an open three. I can match you. He does not. But there's Klafke. Look what I found. Brakefield, another offensive rebound.
Now you can't too many.
Klafke, that is Zach Day, the first time we've seen the 6'5 freshman.
Well, you know what I love about that?
Oh, yes. If you're in, go ahead. former South Carolina Gamecock. Ivasic.
Yeah, Bowles going to learn. Cannot get lost.
Now, a couple of air balls fired up. There's Kutcher on a 3. Tapped around, followed up, and Trey White gets it to Croy. They're going to grab a basketball win here today. What a weekend at Oxford for the Rebels.
But there are absolutely no losers today. Both coaches will go back